What if I told you that a single penny, yes, just 1 cent, could be worth nearly $1 million today? Now, before you roll your eyes and reach for your coffee, consider this. Someone recently turned a forgotten 2006 Lincoln penny with a little D on it into $950,000. Still think your coin jar is worthless? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this tiny coin is exploding in value, and how yours could be next, and trust me, you won't want to be the person who gives away a fortune at a garage sale for 99 cents. Let's rewind to 2006. George W. Bush was in the White House. The iPhone didn't exist. Pluto still counted as a planet, and somewhere in Denver, a mint worker struck what would become one of the most mysterious and valuable Lincoln pennies in U.S. history, the 2006 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent coin. At first glance, it looks like any other copper-colored penny. Ordinary. Common. Barely worth the metal it's made from, but this specific penny has a secret. A rare error, a nearly invisible flaw, that turns a pocket change coin into a six-figure jackpot. Now, here's the twist: this wasn't public knowledge. Not until one was found. Then another. And then a bidding war broke out. One of them just sold for $950,000. So, what exactly makes it worth that much? It all comes down to a minting error. This coin was struck using a misaligned die, a mechanical flaw that left doubling on Lincoln's features and odd impressions on the reverse side. To most people, it looked like a beat-up penny, but to trained eyes, this was no accident. It was a treasure hiding in plain sight. Collectors went wild. Dealers scrambled. Coin forums lit up with speculation and photos, but here's where it gets really interesting: only a handful are confirmed to exist. That's fewer than some famous million-dollar coins like the 1943 copper penny or the 1909 SVDB, which means that if you're holding one and you don't know it, you could literally be sitting on your retirement fund. Makes you want to check under your couch cushions now, doesn't it? But wait, don't start flipping through your piggy bank just yet. There's something even more shocking. What if I told you some of these valuable pennies were accidentally thrown away? Yep. Trashed. Along with pizza boxes and junk mail. Think about that the next time you toss a penny into the tip jar. Still with me? Good. Because now, we get to the most important part. Here's what to look for. First, flip your 2006 penny. Look for a tiny D beneath the year. That's Denver. And now, under a magnifier, check for any odd doubling on Lincoln's eye, chin, or the letters Liberty. If it looks slightly off, congratulations, you might be onto something. Next, check the back. The Lincoln Memorial should look clean, but any signs of ghosting, shadowing, or shifts in the columns? That's the jackpot signal, and here's the key: condition matters. The highest price, $950,000, was paid for a near-perfect, uncirculated coin graded MS69 red. That means sharp edges, blazing copper luster, and zero fingerprints, but even a lower-grade version can still fetch thousands. Want to sell it? Don't go to a pawn shop. Don't list it on eBay with blurry photos. You need a certified numismatist. A real grading service like PCGS or NGC. That's your golden ticket, and once it's graded and confirmed, you'll be shocked how fast auction houses start calling you. Now let me ask you this: are you going to let this moment pass you by, or are you going to start hunting? Because somewhere in your drawer, purse, or glove box might be the coin that changes your life. Don't wait. Time is ticking. Every day, another one disappears into circulation, lost forever. Imagine the regret of finding out after someone else sells your lucky penny for nearly $1 million. Be the one who gets the check, not the one who reads about it in the news. Start looking. Start learning. Start living the life you've been dreaming of, 1 cent at a time. And if you found this video helpful, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because your next $1 million coin might just be the subject of our next story. Would you like a matching video description and thumbnail title too? Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, a coin so ordinary it's practically invisible in your junk drawer. But what if I told you that penny, yes, that one, could be worth close to $1 million? Sound impossible? Well, in 2024, a man from Pennsylvania sold a 2000 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark for $952,000 at auction. That same type of penny might be sitting in your collection right now, or worse, at the bottom of your car's cup holder. And here's the kicker: most people toss these away without ever knowing their true value. You're about to find out why that could be one of the most expensive mistakes of your life. Stay with me, because I'm going to show you how one tiny copper coin is changing people's lives and how yours could be next. Let's rewind to the year 2000. The US Mint was pumping out billions of pennies, nothing special, just your standard Lincoln cents. But then, something strange happened. A small batch of these pennies left the Philadelphia Mint with a critical error. They were Missing the mint mark, an oversight so rare it sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. Now you might be asking, so what? A little stamp is missing. How can that possibly matter? Well, here's a fun way to think about it. Imagine buying a Picasso painting, but the artist forgot to sign it. That small detail. It changes everything. The missing mint mark on this 2000 penny turns a worthless coin into a six-figure treasure, and yet, most people wouldn't even know what to look for. Here's where it gets really exciting, and frankly, a little nerve-wracking, because there's a good chance these rare pennies are still out there unclaimed, forgotten, sitting in old jars, piggy banks, and desk drawers. Do you feel the chill down your spine? That's the feeling of opportunity knocking. Let me tell you about Mark Turner, an Army veteran from Texas who found one of these rare pennies in a box his grandfather left him. He almost spent it at a gas station until something told him to take a closer look. That penny? It sold $4,781,000. Mark paid off his mortgage, helped fund his daughter's college tuition, and bought a lakefront cabin. One coin. One life. Forever changed. Now think about this. How many old pennies have you seen in your life? 1,000? 10,000? You only need one to be the right one. And here's the emotional truth: most people watching this will do nothing. They'll click away, they'll forget, and they'll never know what they gave up. Don't be that person. Your future self is begging you to act now. But what exactly makes the 2000 no mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable? And how do you know if you have one? We're getting there. But first, can I ask a weird question? Have you ever been rich for 5 seconds, like found a $100 bill in your pocket, then realized it was just a receipt? Yeah, imagine doing that with almost $1 million. Alright, let's break it down. Here's how to tell if your penny is the one that could make you rich. It must say 2000 under Abraham Lincoln's profile right below the year. There should be nothing, no D for Denver, no S for San Francisco, no P for Philadelphia. It must be completely blank. The valuable versions often have strong detail around Lincoln's hair and jawline and that copper color. It should be brilliant and untarnished, though even worn versions have sold for 6 figures. If you think you've got one, don't spend it. Get it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or InShares. Another cliffhanger: some experts believe there are still hundreds of these coins out there. The US Mint has never released a full explanation for how many escaped, and that mystery? That fuels the market even more. In fact, in private auctions this year alone, collectors have offered as high as $952,000. That's almost $1 million. Reasons to go check your change right now. Look. The truth is simple: most people will never get rich, not because they can't, but because they overlook the opportunities right in front of them. This penny is more than just a coin, it's a reminder that wealth hides in plain sight. So here's what I want you to do: go grab your old change jar, dig through those drawers, check your wallet. You could be holding the key to a life you never thought possible, and if you find it, don't just spend it, cash in on it, because while others are chasing luck, you're holding it in the palm of your hand. Subscribe for more hidden coin treasures. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin and share this video. You could change someone's life today. Would you like me to create a matching video description or YouTube title with SEO optimized keywords next? What if I told you a single nickel could be worth almost $1 million? Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly the story behind the 1996 D mint mark Jefferson nickel. Today, I'm breaking down why this seemingly ordinary coin could be one of the rarest and most valuable nickels in American history. Most people don't think twice about nickels. They're just 5 cents, right? But coins are a world full of surprises, and the 1996 D nickel is one of the best examples. This coin carries a mysterious story and a rarity that has collectors scrambling. Here's the deal. The 1996 Jefferson nickel was minted in massive numbers, billions actually. But somewhere, hidden among those billions, a tiny number of these nickels have an incredibly rare feature: an unusual mint mark placement, a unique die error, or a special striking that makes them stand out. What's so special about the D mint mark? The Denver Mint produced most of the 1996 nickels, but a few coins came out with the mint mark misplaced or doubled, something experts call a mint mark error. Errors like this are extremely rare and instantly increase a coin's value. In fact, some of these rare error nickels from 1996 D mint marks have been verified by professional grading companies as extremely high grade, almost flawless condition coins, which is unheard of for a coin over 20 years old. Because of their rarity and condition, these coins have recently been valued at up to $999,000. Think about that. A coin that you'd expect to find in your pocket suddenly becomes a piece of treasure worth nearly $1 million. But why the huge value? The collector market is driven by rarity and demand. Only a handful of these error coins exist, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on one. In the last few years, interest in rare coins has exploded. With more collectors entering the market and the discovery of these rare mint mark errors, prices have skyrocketed. Coins like the 1996 D. Jefferson nickel are now considered million-dollar treasures in the coin collecting world. So how do you know if you might have one? Look closely at the D mint mark. Is it doubled? Misplaced? Does it look odd or blurry? Next, check the coin's condition. High-grade coins with minimal wear are where the big money is. If you think you have one, the next step is getting it professionally graded. Remember, not every 1996 D nickel is worth thousands, let alone close to $1 million. The value depends heavily on the type of error, condition, and authenticity verified by experts. But if you find a coin that matches the rare error, it's like hitting the jackpot. To sum it up, the 1996 D mint mark Jefferson nickel isn't just a 5-cent piece. It could be your ticket to a fortune. Keep an eye out, inspect your nickels closely, and if you spot something unusual, don't ignore it. That little coin might just be one of the rarest and most valuable nickels in the world. If you are with some specific phrases included? Imagine holding a tiny coin in your hand worth nearly $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, today we're diving into the incredible story of the 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that could turn your pocket change into a treasure chest. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the most astonishing coin rarities and secrets you need to know. The Lincoln penny is one of the most common coins in American currency, with billions minted over the years. But within this sea of copper cents, there lurks a rare and mysterious version from 1990 that collectors say could be worth as much as $999,000. Yes, almost $1 million for a single penny. First, let's explain what this coin is. In 1990, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint typically stamps a letter on the coin indicating its origin: a D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, and no mark for Philadelphia. Here's where it gets interesting. Most 1990 pennies from Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark. That's normal. But the supposedly rare 1990 no mint mark penny refers to a very specific error or variation that collectors have identified and highly prize. You might wonder why such a recent coin would be worth so much, when millions were made. The key lies in the rarity of the error and its condition. Collectors have discovered that some 1990 pennies have unique characteristics, like unusual doubling of the date or specific minting flaws that are incredibly rare to find. These errors make the coin stand out from the common penny. A few ultra-rare specimens surfaced in pristine condition, often graded as mint state 70, the highest possible quality. The combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand drives prices through the roof. While $999,000 might sound like an exaggerated figure, there have been claims from private collectors and auctions suggesting that this coin could fetch prices close to that in perfect condition. Keep in mind, not every 1990 no mint mark penny is worth this much. It's only those with certified error traits and flawless preservation. This makes it a true collector's holy grail, a coin that can make an average person's pocket change suddenly priceless. If you think you might have one, here are some tips. If your penny ticks all these boxes, it's time to get it professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Collecting coins is about history, rarity, and the thrill of the hunt. The 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny offers all three: a fascinating story, an almost impossible find, and a mind-blowing price tag that could change lives overnight. Plus, this coin serves as a reminder that even everyday objects can become priceless treasures when rarity meets perfect timing. So next time you find a 1990 penny in your change, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look, it could be the key to unlocking nearly $1 million. Remember, the world of coins is full of surprises, and the 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the most exciting mysteries out there. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin rarity, smash that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories from the world of collectibles. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or if you want me to cover other hidden gems. Imagine holding a single penny, a simple, copper coin, that could buy you $1 million home. Sounds impossible? Let me tell you something most people don't know. Back in 1960, the U.S. Mint in Denver struck a version of the Lincoln 1-cent coin that has become one of the most sought-after rarities in American numismatic history. Today, collectors are offering up to $952,000 for the right coin. Yes, you heard that right. A penny. Worth nearly $1 million. Now, before you go diving into your coin jar, take a deep breath. Because not just any 1960 D penny will make you rich, but how do you know if the one you have is the jackpot? That's the story we're about to uncover, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at loose change the same way again. The year is 1960. Elvis is topping the charts. America is on the edge of the space race. And in Denver, something extraordinary happens at the mint. A small number of Lincoln cents were struck with what collectors call a small date design. These small date coins had numerals that were slimmer and closer together, particularly the 0 in 1960. But here's where things get thrilling, some of these coins also showed signs of doubling. Now I know what you might be thinking, doubling? Like a buy one get one free deal? Well, sort of. But in this case, it's a misprint, a rare mint error where the date appears to be stamped twice, ever so slightly shifted. It's a fluke. A beautiful, tiny accident of history, and here's why that matters, because coin collectors, especially those with very deep pockets, love errors. To them, an unintentional misprint isn't a flaw. It's art. It's history. It's a key to the past. And they're willing to pay insane amounts of money to own a piece of that. But wait. There's more. Only a handful of these double-die 1960 small date pennies are known to exist in mint state condition. That means most of them are long lost, tucked away in drawers, hidden in jars, or resting quietly in your grandfather's old coin collection. And here's the twist point: one of these exact coins recently sold at auction for $952,000. Let that sink in. A 1-cent coin. Worth more than the average American home. Still think checking your change is a waste of time? Now you might be feeling a mix of emotions. Curiosity. Excitement. Maybe even a little panic. What if I already had one and spent it? What if it's sitting in my attic right now? Exactly. That's why timing matters, because as these coins get discovered and snapped up, their rarity drops, and with it, so can their value. So how do you know if your 1960 penny is the one? Look for the small date first. The 0 in the date should be narrow and level with the top of the 6. Then look closely for signs of doubling, especially on the date and the word liberty. Don't rely on your naked eye. Get a magnifier. Better yet, have it appraised by a trusted coin grading service. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition could change your life. And here's a final thought, maybe even a warning: the most valuable coins aren't just rare. They're often right under our noses. But only those who take action, who dig deeper, who bother to look, are the ones who cash in. So what's in your collection? Is there a fortune waiting to be found? Before you scroll away and forget this ever happened, remember, someone out there just turned 1 cent into almost $1 million, and the next story could be yours. Don't just dream about a wealthy lifestyle. Go check your pennies. Your $1 million moment might be just one coin away. Would you like this script formatted for teleprompter use or turned into a storyboard for editing and visuals? What if I told you that a small, rusty penny in your pocket could be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single 1961 Lincoln penny could change your life forever, turning your dusty coin collection into a fortune. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover might just make you rush to check your old jars of coins. Let's start with the basics. What makes this ordinary penny so extraordinary? The 1961 Lincoln cent is not just any coin. Minted in Denver, its value skyrocketed due to an incredibly rare mint error that experts call the $1 million penny. Now, before you roll your eyes thinking, yeah right, another internet myth, let me tell you this is no urban legend. Picture this: a coin that looks almost identical to the ones you've seen 1,000 times, but because of a tiny flaw and error in the mint mark's placement, it became a one-of-a-kind treasure. Imagine holding history in your hand, a history so unique it commands a price tag of $952,000 in today's market. But how did it get here? Why is the market value so astronomically high? We'll uncover the secrets behind the rarity and what savvy collectors are willing to pay. And no, your grandma's lucky penny from 1961 probably isn't the one. Sorry to burst the bubble, but luck isn't enough, you need knowledge now. Why does this matter to you? Because thousands of Americans just like you are sitting on hidden fortunes without even realizing it. Old pennies, stashed away in drawers, jars, and dusty boxes, could be your ticket to financial freedom. Think about it. Selling one rare penny could fund your dream vacation, pay off debts, or even secure your family's future. The excitement of uncovering such wealth isn't just about money, it's about the power to transform your lifestyle. But here's the catch: timing is everything. The market for rare coins is unpredictable, but demand is surging. People are paying top dollar now, and prices are climbing fast. Hesitate too long, and you might miss out on the peak of this golden opportunity. Ever wondered why some pennies are worth millions while others stay at face value? Stick around, because the answer will blow your mind. Here's what you must do next. First, examine your collection carefully. Look for that tiny D mint mark and check its placement closely. Experts have documented exact spots that signify the rare 1961 D penny worth a fortune. If you find one, don't rush to sell to just anyone. Getting a proper appraisal is crucial. This could be the most important coin in your life now. Imagine holding that coin, knowing it could be worth nearly $1 million. How would that change your life? The truth is, many have already transformed their futures by discovering such coins, and you could be next. But wait, there's one secret insider tip collectors rarely share that can multiply the value even further. Want to know what it is? Make sure you watch till the very end of this video to unlock this hidden gem of knowledge. Here it is: coins certified by top grading services command exponentially higher prices. Getting your penny graded by a trusted authority not only proves authenticity but also opens doors to wealthy buyers worldwide. It's like turning your coin into a VIP pass for collectors' elite auctions. Imagine the excitement of seeing that $952,000 figure appear in your bank account. Imagine the freedom and security that kind of money can bring. This isn't a dream, this is a real possibility for anyone with the right knowledge and a little bit of action. The clock is ticking. The market is hot, and the next millionaire could be you. Don't wait until someone else grabs your fortune first. Check your pennies, get them appraised, and step into a life of wealth and opportunity. Remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest value. That penny in your pocket might just be your golden ticket. Want more insider secrets on rare coins and how to maximize your profits? Subscribe now and hit the notification bell, because your journey to wealth starts today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever dropped a penny and thought, it's just a cent? Well, what if I told you one of those pennies could be worth over $950,000? Yes, you heard that right. A 2014 Lincoln penny with no mint mark just changed someone's life. And it could change yours too. But hold on, before you rush to check your piggy bank, you need to know exactly what to look for, because not all 2014 pennies are created equal. Some are just copper-coated zinc, others, they're lottery tickets hiding in plain sight. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to identify the $1 million penny that most Americans overlook every single day. This isn't just about coins, it's about freedom, it's about opportunity, and for some, it's about finally living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Also, if you've ever used a penny to scratch off a lottery ticket, today's the day the penny might scratch you back with cash. Let's dive in. In 2014, the U.S. Mint released over 8 billion Lincoln pennies. Most of them were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But here's the twist: some coins, especially those with no mint mark, weren't just your everyday penny. One particular specimen, found in circulation, was later graded as a rare die variety, with extraordinary doubling on the obverse, making it an ultra-rare error coin. That exact coin sold at auction for $952,000. To let that sink in. So what makes this coin so valuable? Specifically a no visible mint mark on the front, which indicates Philadelphia, a unique doubling around Lincoln's eye. And in God we trust, and preserved in near-perfect condition, what collectors call MS-68, or better, think of it this way: finding one is like spotting a four-leaf clover on a golf course during a thunderstorm while blindfolded. Rare? Yes, impossible? Not even close. Every week, everyday Americans are cashing in on forgotten change jars, attic finds, and drawer junk. And guess what? Many have no idea they're sitting on life-changing coins. You could be too. In just a moment, I'll tell you the exact steps to identify, authenticate, and sell one of these valuable pennies. But first, let me show you the real fear most people never think about. The real fear isn't losing the coin, it's never knowing you had it. Imagine this: you toss a penny in a donation jar. A week later, it's sitting in an auction house being sold for nearly $1 million, and you're at home, still wondering how to pay the rent. That's the reality for more people than you think, but not for you, not anymore. Here's what to do right now. Step 1: go through your coins, especially your 2014 pennies. Look for those with no mint mark under the date. Step 2: use a jeweler's loupe or magnifier to spot doubling on Lincoln's face and lettering. Step 3: if you see any unusual features, don't clean the coin, take it to a professional grader like PCGS or NGC for evaluation. And step 4: if it's rare, don't sell it at a pawn shop, list it through a reputable coin auction where serious collectors bid high. Now I know what you might be thinking: why would anyone pay that much for a penny? Because collectors aren't just buying metal, they're buying history, rarity, and prestige. They're investing in tangible assets, something that actually holds value. Even in economic chaos, you want wealth? Start by checking the coins you already own. You might already have the key to your next chapter. And hey, next time someone tells you to keep the change, smile. You just might be walking away with a six-figure secret. And if you think that's wild, wait until you hear about the penny that sold for $1.7 Million dollars, but that's a story for our next video. Make sure you're subscribed to turn on notifications, because your financial freedom could start with the sound of a coin dropping. And remember, sometimes, the smallest things in life are worth the most. Would you like a matching voiceover style guide or video description to go with this? Imagine holding a coin in your hand worth nearly $1 million. Not some rare diamond or gold bar, but a humble Lincoln penny from 1967. Yes, a tiny copper penny that can make you an instant millionaire. Stay tuned, because today we're diving into the story behind the incredible 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history. Welcome back to the channel. If you love coins, rare collectibles, and unbelievable stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our treasure hunts. Now, let's get straight to the story of the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has captivated collectors and treasure hunters for decades. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909. Most pennies from the 1960s are common and worth just a few cents. But sometimes, errors or unusual circumstances create coins that become extremely valuable. The 1967 no-mint mark penny is one of those rare exceptions. During 1967, pennies were primarily minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not use a mint mark on its coins. That means a penny from Philadelphia looks the same whether it was struck in 1967 or 1968. But here's the twist: a very small number of 1967 pennies were struck with no mint mark but with certain rare characteristics. Some experts believe there might be error coins or variations that collectors prize highly. Among these, a few specimens have been rumored and verified to be worth up to $999,000 in exceptional condition. So what makes this penny worth almost $1 million? Its rarity combined with condition and collector demand. Coins that are nearly flawless and possess unusual features like missing mint marks, doubled dies, or other minting errors can skyrocket in value. The 1967 no-mint mark penny fits the bill because it's a rare variation from a common year, making it a prized treasure for collectors who specialize in Lincoln pennies. Only a handful of these pennies exist, and very few have been graded by professional coin services as nearly perfect. When one of these coins surfaces, it creates huge excitement in the coin collecting community. Auction prices have reached upwards of $999,000, making it one of the most valuable pennies ever sold. If you're hunting for this rare penny, here's what to look for. The year 1967 clearly stamped no mint mark, extraordinary condition, no scratches, no wear, potentially subtle minting errors or doubled dies that experts can help identify. If you find a penny like this, it's worth getting it authenticated by a professional coin grading service immediately. So next time you dig through your change, remember that ordinary penny might just be hiding $1 million secret. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's rarest coins, hit like, share it with your fellow coin collectors, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. Who knows? Maybe your next penny will make you a millionaire.